Hello, it's Tessa, one of the news editors here at Manx Radio, back with you for another episode of Newscast. Today we're talking lifeboats and in particular Douglas RNLI. Now, the RNLI in the UK says it understands the frustrations of lifeboat crew working in the capital, but it remains absolutely committed to providing the station with a new vessel and suitable base. A consultation and data review is being launched later this month to assess which lifeboat would be best suited to Douglas. Joe Partner is head of region for Wales, West and the Isle of Man and spoke to my colleague Chanelle Sukhoo.
The review has been launched because the original decision to allocate a Shannon lifeboat to Douglas was made in 2016, over 8 years ago now, and it's simply the right thing to do to review that allocation. The review will take into account updated insights, information, consultation feedback, technological advances, and also the comprehensive search and rescue data.
And who will you be consulting?
We'll be consulting with the crew. They'll be part of the process and part of the decision-making process.
And when will this consultation be completed by? How far after that will you be able to determine what type of lifeboat is required for Douglas RNLI?
The consultation process will commence in 2 weeks' time, so week commencing the 28th of October, and we hope to be in a position to provide our regional recommendation towards the end of the year. That recommendation will then be submitted into our executive team and any decision will be ratified by the trustees. So I'm hopeful that certainly in the first 3 months of 2025, we'll be in a position to announce that decision.
What is wrong with the current lifeboat? Why does it need replacing?
So the Mersey class lifeboat, which is in place at Douglas, is beyond its expected lifespan as it is now, and it will be coming out of operational service by the end of 2025.
We know there are ongoing infrastructure challenges for Douglas RNLI and the fact that the existing station has been condemned. Will this consultation consider a new lifeboat base as well as a new lifeboat? Which is the bigger priority?
So the consultation process is about reviewing the lifeboat to be placed at Douglas. We are continuing to work closely with our partners to secure a long-term home for our volunteers and the lifeboat at Douglas.
Why haven't you been able to secure a long-term solution for a new lifeboat station at the RNLI up to this point?
Despite our ongoing commitments and investment, we have been unable to find a suitable site, which may be for either operational or cost-related reasons. The RNLI has invested a great deal of time and resource in that process, but at the moment we have been unable to secure a long-term location for Douglas Lifeboat Station. However, we remain absolutely committed to Douglas Lifeboat Service, and that work will continue to enable us to ensure that the life-saving service at Douglas continues for many, many years to come.
You say you realise it's been a challenging time for those at Douglas Station. We've heard about the conditions the crew are currently having to operate in. Is this acceptable?
I absolutely understand that our crew have been operating in difficult conditions for quite some time now, and we are incredibly grateful to them for their ongoing support and commitment to our organisation and their ability to continue to operate an emergency service under those conditions, which is the reason why we remain committed, absolutely committed, to ensuring that we're able to secure a long-term future and improve those conditions in the future for our crew at Douglas.
How quickly do you think we'll start to see progress in terms of organising a new lifeboat and potentially a new lifeboat station?
In terms of a new lifeboat, we would hope to draw to a close the consultation process by the end of the year. That will then need to go through our own internal processes to ensure the absolute correct decision has been made. We have a duty of care to our donors to ensure that their money is spent wisely and the most effective and efficient lifeboat is placed at Douglas.
You say it's important to use donors' money wisely. We understand that there has been a bequest left to Douglas RNLI for a new station or facilities. Can you tell us any more about what's happening with this money and whether that will pay for this new lifeboat?
I'm afraid I can't answer that question at this time.
No problem. And I think my last question is, obviously we are in the 200th year of the RNLI. From feedback we've had, it seems many people are disappointed. They are not seeing the investment in Douglas RNLI, one of our key stations and one which people routinely donate to. Can you understand those frustrations?
I absolutely understand those frustrations, and we are incredibly, if you're a volunteer or a supporter of the RNLI here at Douglas or anywhere else in the UK, thank you for working with us and continuing to support us. And please be assured that we are absolutely committed to Douglas RNLI and to finding a permanent deliverable and affordable solution for the station and to placing a new lifeboat into the station in 2025. This consultation process, this review is ultimately about future-proofing the life-saving service at Douglas by allocating a lifeboat which will save the greatest number of lives in the most effective way. The review will begin with a consultation process, which means that our crew will absolutely be part of that process and will also be able to consider the search and rescue data over the past decade and the technological advances of the fleet to make sure that we allocate the right lifeboat with the right people in the right location. And finally, I absolutely realise it's been an incredibly difficult time for all of those at Douglas. And we are really confident that this review will secure a way forward for the station for many years to come. So we remain committed to Douglas and are looking forward to working together with our crews to replace the Mersey with a new lifeboat in 2025.
Thank you for making it to the end of the Manx Radio Newscast. You are obviously someone with exquisite taste. May I politely suggest you might want to subscribe to this and a wide range of Manx Radio podcasts at your favourite podcast provider so our best bits will magically appear on your smartphone. Thank you.